All right. Good morning, everybody. So, one of the things that I want to talk to you today about is the fact that you are a mirror. You are a mirror to every single person you come in contact with. On top of that, every single person that comes in contact with you is a mirror to you. Okay? So, let me see if I can try to explain this to you. You grew up drawing a map of the way that you believe the world to be. You started creating beliefs and you started saying, well, that's right and that's wrong, or that's true and that's false, or this is just the way that people are. Anything that you believe in 100%, I know we've already talked about this in the other videos, spiritual beliefs, identity level beliefs, regular beliefs, your capabilities, your behaviors, and your environment, anything that you believe is true, right? Or you're wrong. Nah, you're right, you're wrong. You don't know anything. That's actually the smarter way to move through life. But without your even capability, whatever you believe is true, right? So if you take the time to stop and doubt yourself and say, I wonder if this is the way things really are, you'll start being able to learn so much more about the world. I've talked about this in other videos, but there's the things that you know, and once you know that you know something, you've drawn a box around it. You know everything. If you say, there's some stuff I don't know, you open your box up a little bit more to learn some of the things that you don't know. And the more that you say that you don't know, the more that your box keeps expanding, because there's always something else that you don't know. But when you stop and say, I know that, you're saying, I know exactly what that is, okay? What that means is that whenever you walk through life, you are projecting your ideas, your beliefs, your thoughts outwards. It's coming out in your words, it's coming out in your body language, it's coming out in your gestures, your tonality, it's coming out in everything that you say, right? So whenever you recognize something in someone else, whenever you judge them, you say, this is what you're doing, the only reason why you know that person is doing something is because you're familiar with it. It's coming from your own awareness. And the only way it's in your own awareness is because it's a part of you. You ever heard that saying? You point one finger at and you got 3 or 4 pointing right back at you? I got 2 always pointing at you, right? That's a true saying, is that whenever you're blaming someone else, you're blaming them because you're aware of what's going on. How do you know what's going on in their mind? How do you know what's going on in their thought process, their world? You don't. You are claiming to know and you're pointing a finger at them, right? So when you say something, is what you're doing is you're putting it out there and people are mirroring it back at you, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship, it doesn't matter if, whatever it might be, right? So the most common place is whenever we get into relationships, this life is supposed to be something that's a mirror. Let me take that back. Okay, let me re-clarify what I was trying to say a second ago, okay? So is what I'm trying to say is the reason why this is important is because when you're claiming that somebody else is doing something, you're projecting onto them. Now, you might be right because you're most likely identifying something that you're familiar with. You are right. Now, if that person's not open to receive your accusation or your blame or your helpfulness or your criticism, they're going to be closed off. They're going to say, no, this is what you're doing. And guess what? They're right. They're being able to identify something in you. So when both people are saying, no, it's you, no, it's you guys start fighting, right? The moment that you stop and you open yourself up to receive, and you say, okay, I'm not going to try to tell this person what they're doing right or wrong. I'm just going to sit here in a moment and receive. Then you get growth. You get to learn something about yourself, okay? Just like you're listening to me right here, right now, tell you this. Now, the reason why this is really, really, really important is because everything that you put out, you get back. Whether it's love, whether it's hate, whether it's criticism, whether it's judgment, whether it's, whatever it might be, dependency, right? The things that you're looking for in a relationship or the things that you're having problems in life are coming from you. These are things that you need to learn, okay? So if I tell someone, you're stupid, what am I doing? I'm using my words to put out energy. I'm thinking these thoughts, I'm turning that energy into a verbal representation, and I'm putting that energy onto someone else. You're stupid. What do you think they're going to return to me? You're absolutely right. God, I love being able to have you as a friend or as a coworker or an acquaintance because you always just show me things about myself. No. Their ego goes, who are you? right? What do you think they're going to give back to you? Love? Or do you think they're going to give criticism back to you? What are you putting out there? Criticism? Love? Anger? Emotions? Which emotions are you putting out there? Think about this for a second. What's the biggest problem in your life? And why? What are you doing to facilitate that? I spend most of my time going around loving other people. When other people spit fire or spit poison at me, cut it off. It doesn't matter. I love you because I understand. I'm looking at them not from an ego point, but from more of a fatherly love, realizing that everybody has gone through their own pain. Everybody's gone through their own misunderstandings. Most people are walking through this world miscommunicating, all right? So if you want more in your life, if you want to start to have more love, more whatever it might be, I focus on love because love's that highest vibration, and most people want to be accepted, right? One of the biggest needs in our life as humans is to be accepted, to be validated, to think that we're worthy, right? Most people struggle with this sense of self-worth or this worthlessness, right? If you forget about what everybody else is saying, and instead of going through trying to tear other people down or giving negativity or whatever it might be, if you spend your time giving love, giving positivity, then guess what's going to start to be returned to you? Love and positivity, okay? So if you're understanding what I'm saying, that the world is a mirror, your thoughts, your beliefs, whenever you are projecting outwards, it's being returned to you. So let me see if I can clarify this for you one more time. We go from the age of being born all the way up to 10, 13 years old, recording. Okay, this is the way the world is. Why is it this way? We ask questions, we absorb. Our parents fill us with love, our parents fill us with criticism, our parents our guardians, whatever they might be, our siblings, our family, our guardians, the people in school, the people in our environment, the people in work, they go through and they feed us with all this stuff. And we get this map or this model of the world. This is just the way the world is, right? Now, someone that doesn't agree with you, that's not like you, thinks the world is something completely different. Actually, everybody's interpretation of the world is completely different, which means that you're the only one that specifically thinks the way that you do. You're the only one that really knows you. No other person actually knows who you are. There's your behaviors, and in between your behaviors are your thoughts, right? People don't see your thoughts. They only see your behaviors. So when you wonder why someone's doing something to you, like they should have just known, or they've known you long enough that, well, you should know that this is how I feel. They don't know how you feel. They only know what you communicate, and whenever you communicate, it gets chopped up. It gets filtered through all the rest. It gets filtered through your generalizations, your deletions, your distortions, your map of the world, and then it gets filtered through their generalizations, their deletions, their distortions, their map of the world. Nobody's communicating effectively, right? So stop judging other people and stop judging yourself, and realize that what you put out, you receive. What do you want in life? Put that out there. Put more love, put more care, put more intention. Or realize that whenever you say a snide comment or a snide remark, oh, well, she should have worn that dress. She shouldn't have worn that dress because she could lose a couple pounds. You're really saying that to yourself. And you know it because you got your own self-judgments. You ever heard that, the things that you judge other people on are really your own judgments? If you hate other people, you actually hate yourself. If you think other people should lose weight, you really think you should lose weight, right? And maybe you're skinny, or maybe I don't know what it is. And you say, well, I'm skinny and that person needs to. Well, why are you skinny? Right? Why don't you eat freely? I don't know what's going on in your life, but you do. Hopefully this is speaking to you in some form or fashion. Again, whenever I'm speaking to you guys generally, I'm trying to keep it broad. I'm trying to give you constructs so that way you guys can understand this in your own life. But if this says something to you, if this speaks something to you, if it creates a little bit of curiosity, if you believe me, then let me know. If you don't believe me, then let me know, right? Anyways, I love you guys. I hope this spoke to you, and next time I'll try to clarify it in a little bit better messaging, all right? Love you guys, and hope you have a good day. Bye.